playing a game called Dr. Johnson today. Now, Dr. Johnson's a teacher here at this school. I don't know why they hired him. He's really crazy, and he's disgruntled. As you can see, he started to pack up his room already. Doesn't really care about his job. For weird reasons, they teach chemistry in the elementary school. I don't get it, but okay, cool, right? All right, so he is a chemistry teacher, and he has decided to create a virus. A virus that, when contacted, you will turn into a zombie. Pretty scary. So he is going to be driving to Carson tonight. I'm getting on the Goodyear blimp, and I'm going to fly it around LA and disperse it there, so we don't have much time. Fortunately for us, though, he's prepared himself an antidote. So he's taken those weird water juice boxes that schools have just in case of an emergency, and some glow stick stuff, and hid all of his antiviruses in there. And he's locked them away in this kit. He doesn't trust anybody, especially you guys, and so he's put a pretty big security system on his antidote. The objective of the game is you have 45 minutes to retrieve the antidote and save the world. Fair enough. Unfortunately for you, he has disguised his room and hidden clues and all sorts of things that will help him remember how to get into his codes. And our job is to try to enter his mind, figure out how and why he's locked this box and set these codes, and get inside. This entire room potentially is part of the game. But think about it as a baseball field, and everything on the linoleum and back is not part of the game. Think of that as like the warning track. Like, you don't need to go back there. If you start ruffling through Dr. Johnson's papers and stuff, you're never going to get out in time, okay? So everything that you need to know is up here. So just like you, Dr. Johnson might leave a clue, let's say under his keyboard for his email address, his password or something like that, just like you guys do that when you're hiding your passwords or something. So feel free to leave, no stone unturned, so to speak, when you're trying to figure this out. Don't hurt yourself. So nothing needs to be destroyed. So everything that you need to get inside these locks, can be done without breaking anything. Don't pick up the box and throw it down and break it open. We'll be fine. It's a game, okay? So I need you guys, though, to get out of your seats and come here and gather around, because we need to show you what we're working with. This is a game where you will be working together and moving around the room. And there are 4 locks. 3 of them you've probably seen before. There's a letters lock, and so any series of letters might get this thing open. There's one that is a key lock. Obviously, a key opens it. Here is a number lock, 4-digit number, or my bank pin opens this one. Right? This is why I called you over here to show you this lock. You're fine. Come on in, or not?
Ooh, is this a breakout?
It is.
C2103. I thought I was going to telling stories in numbers.
No. Watching that thought stuff. Anyways, all right. So this is the lock that I wanted to show you. It's a lock made by Master Lock, so it's a real thing. You can buy them on Amazon. They're called, I think, a directional lock. And the way to use it is a series of moves gets it open. It could be 3 moves, it could be 10. Who knows? But I brought you here to show you that in order to use it, you need to reset it every time you want to try a new combination. So by pushing down twice, you're saying, okay, I'm trying something new. When you're holding it down and it's in the reset position, that's not going to work. So make sure it's like normal, and then it can work. So for example, if you thought I had the code as north, south, east, west, you can go reset twice. North, south, east, west. It doesn't work. Reset twice. Up, down, left, right, A, B, start. No? Okay. So that is the things that you need to remember. All right, let's go back to our seats. More importantly than getting inside the box is your ability to work together as the team. Now, I'm going to say this next step because your experience depends upon your ability to participate and be an active participant in the process. So I view success based on, at the end of the game, how many of you were aware of all the different steps that allowed you to make progress, right? So if I said, okay, how many of you know how this key lock was found? It's like, oh, we all found the key here, we knew this, So I'm not saying everybody needs to do every step, but when something becomes accomplished, you want to share that. Say, hey guys, we got this key lock off or whatever. This is how we did it. So that you don't want to leave a teammate behind who's still trying to solve that puzzle 10 minutes later, they're like, wait, oh, you got that already? Oh, I was still working on that, okay? So just be in communication on that. It's really hard as your teacher to watch you fail. And I'm going to spend the better part of 40 minutes, 45 minutes watching you fail again and again and again to try to get some of these things open, right? So rather than intervening too quickly, which we often do as educators, and we say, oh, you forgot to carry the one, or oh, make sure you look and see if that's the right form of the word there. I've provided you with 2 hint cards. So you're going to be in charge of the hints, not because, she's, any sort of expert. So whenever, you guys are all the same, don't worry, she is special though. So whenever you're ready to use a hint, let her know and she'll give me the hint card. And what the hint is I will then see where you're at in the game and give you some sort of breadcrumbs, maybe some clue that might allow you to get more progress or make some more progress in the game. Right, so you work until that frustration point, and then you're like, hey guys, I think we should get a hint. And then I would say, hey, this is what you might be thinking, or look at the problem this way. And like, oh, okay, then we try it again or something like that. Other than that, feel free to use whatever you want, rummage through whatever you want. These bags that are in the room are not part of the game. These are these people's purses, okay? You don't need to go digging through them. I didn't leave any purses here like, oh, here's somebody's random purse. It's Dr. Johnson's. No. Like, you don't need to go through people's belongings. And I will move my bag to the back as well. If that's on the carpet, I'll move it to the linoleum. But yeah, everything else in this room is yours to use. Just keep in mind that I need to run the same game again 15 minutes after we finish. So I'll need to reset the room. So, don't write on things that I can't erase quickly or things like that. But other than that, do what you need to do. Great. Are there any questions? All right, so